Hi, I wanted to make a video because I've done this, I think, for the past couple of years of the best movies that I liked for 2021 that I've seen and the most disappointing movies, I guess. Instead of saying the worst movies, I'm going to call it the most disappointing movies. So this video will be the best movies of 2021, in my opinion, of the movies that I've seen. And I haven't seen every movie that I wanted to see, but I have a top 10, and this is in no particular order. I'm going to go with the first movie is going to be A Quiet Place, part two. I like this movie a lot because, again, this is a sequel, of course, to the first one, and this shows you the beginning of how it started, the day when the aliens came onto the planet and stuff, and I thought that was really well done. And again, I love the young actor who plays the youngest, well, not, I guess, the current youngest son, because like I loved from him from the first movie that he was scared and he wasn't hiding it, and I just loved. In this movie, he was more of the same. He it was just because it was just him, his mom, and his sister, and their little baby brother there, and he was still scared all the way through the movie. I liked it, but gradually through the movie, he finally got up his courage, and he finally overcame it. And I liked the sister because they also Cillian Murphy was added to the cast in this, and there was a lot of her with Cillian Murphy and stuff. And I liked the way, again, the sister, to me, it was just absolutely she's just fearless, and she was more like her dad. She wanted to advance things and get things done. And I really liked the movie. The tension was good, especially that scene when they were basically stuck on the dock, and the guy put all the bells around him and stuff, and he was stuck on. And I said, "Oh my God, they're gonna do it," when they came upon those those creepy people. Okay, and I thought that was a really effective scene. And then, of course, the scene on the island when they got to that island where none of the creatures were, and of course they happened to bring a creature over there, and then the tension and craziness over there was just absolutely fantastic. So I thought this was a great sequel to the first movie, and of course, just we're gonna look forward to seeing the third movie, okay, which is should be great, which should probably come out probably I don't know if it's next year or the year after, whenever it's gonna come out. Definitely looking forward to that. Now, the next movie on my list is Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder. I love zombie movies, and I definitely, when I saw the trailer for this was on Netflix, I was all in. Dave Bautista and an international cast. They go on this, basically it's a zombie heist movie where they have, they get a proposition to, go to the safe and crack where the safe is, and they bring a safe cracker with them to get this money out, okay, before the army blows up this place in Vegas where all the zombies are. And of course, things don't go according to plan, and just a lot of intense action scenes, not like gore and stuff. And there was only one thing I didn't particularly like about this movie, and that was nothing to do with the movie itself or the actress, but the character itself. The character that was his daughter, she was so annoying, and she got the father killed, and she got her friend killed because she was singularly focused on getting her friend, saving her friend who went in there to rescue another person, and she got trapped in there. And she, instead of listening to her father and staying where she was supposed to stay, she went exploring on her own. So he had to actually go take time out and go find her, and wind up actually costing him and getting him killed. But in fact, the zombies was good. They had a zombie, I guess, king, a ruler or whatever, and a queen, and that whole them battling him, and of course the way it ended with with a possible sequel with the guy that used to be in power, him being alive, and then of course him discovering that he's bit at the end, so he's going to become a zombie. Okay, so that movie was just, it rocked, and I loved it. Okay, and now the third movie on my list is Godzilla versus Kong. Now, I'm a big giant monster fan. I remember seeing those movies, and Godzilla versus Kong was, they would show them every Thanksgiving, every holiday and stuff on Channel 9 here in New York, and I used to love watching them without a doubt. So when I heard they were going to do a remake of that, I said, oh, I'm all in. And the great thing about this Godzilla versus Kong movie, I'm a Kong man, I'll be perfectly honest, okay, even though I love Godzilla, but I'm a King Kong man. But there was a definite winner in this movie, which really helps, and they didn't do that thing they did in the other Godzilla movie where they kept, going away when they actually was showing Godzilla. They kept cutting away. This one, they didn't do that. You saw the fights, and there were some great fights in this movie, and you had a definitive winner, and that winner was obviously Godzilla. Okay, and he definitely won the fight. So there was no ands, ifs, or buts about it. He won the fight. Okay, even though I'm a King Kong fan, but I like the way they staged the fights and you got to see the fights and everything in it. So that really made the movie for me. Okay, and now the next movie on my list is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay, again, I'm a big Zack Snyder fan, and for a movie that didn't exist, we got 4 hours of greatness. I really enjoyed Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League. Okay, this is a movie that people have been harping on and waiting for a long time, and I was waiting for it a long time. And we finally got, they gave it the go ahead that was going to be on HBO Max. I was so beyond pumped for it, and of course now I own it, and I have I have the Steelbook and I have the regular Blu-ray. Okay, and I loved it. I loved everything about it. All the additional scenes he got to shoot for it, and I still want to see that the scene with Green Lantern that they didn't let him shoot, which I thought was just again Warner Brothers still being a dick to the end, not letting him use Green Lantern, the Green Lantern who he picked. I think that would have been great. But we got to see Martian Manhunter and stuff, and we got to see Iris and Wes in this. We got to see extended scenes. We got a better looking villain in this. We got to see Darkseid in this, and Desaad. Okay, Granny Goodness. Okay, and just better fights overall. We got to see the black Superman, and we got everything that we wanted. Okay, and and hopefully when the new Discovery guy takes over sometime this year, he'll greenlight Zack Snyder for Justice League 2 and 3. That's my hope that happens now that you can get some of the old guard out of there, and the new CEO from Discovery, that guy will let greenlit Zack Snyder to do Justice League 2 and 3. So anyway, the next movie on my list is The Suicide Squad, James Gunn. I absolutely love this movie. Again, they let James Gunn do what he want, and he gave us a movie with violence, humor, and just action and everything that we could want. Okay, great cast: Idris Elba, John Cena. I loved. We had a Margot Robbie. I love the actress. I don't forget what her name is. The one that played Ratcatcher #2. I thought she was fantastic in this movie, and just again, the whole James Gunn gave you a great movie, a great teen movie, and it did what it said it was supposed to do. It made it fun, funny, action, and just everything, violence, and everything that you could want from a Suicide Squad movie, and I absolutely loved it. Okay, so that's on my list. And next on my list is The Last Night in Soho, starring Anna Taylor-Joy. This is directed by Edgar Wright. And this was more of a thriller about, about this girl going to school in London to design, and of course she was being haunted by this woman that lived there back in the 60s. And it was a really good movie, nice mystery, and to find out who, we tried to find, she basically trying to find out, she's being haunted by this woman and trying to find out who killed her. And I think this was the last movie for Diana Rigg, who I didn't even know was in this movie. But again, she was great in the last movie. I was a big fan of Diana Rigg, and this was a really good movie. I like the actress who played the young character, the star of the movie. I forgot her name. I think she's Australian, but she was great. Anna Taylor-Joy was great in this. Diana Rigg was great, and I love the direction of the movie. I just thoroughly enjoyed the movie. So it was a nice thriller, nice surprise. Now the next movie on my list is No Time to Die, the last Daniel Craig James Bond movie. Okay, it delivered everything that I wanted to. It had nice action, good villain in it. Daniel Craig kicking ass as James Bond. Okay, and we got everything that we want. And I like the way it ended. I know some people maybe didn't like. I would have loved to have James Bond have a happy ending. Go away with his wife and his kid, but unfortunately, his character died, and I think maybe Daniel Craig told. I don't know if he the one that told him that make sure his character dies so that way you can't ask him to come back again. And there'll be another James Bond in another 2 or 3 years. They'll pick another guy. I don't know if I know there's the rumor that Henry Cavill is going to be the James Bond, and I don't mind because I'm a big Henry Cavill fan. So if he's James Bond, I'll take it. Okay. Next movie on my list is Dune. Okay, I was kind of apprehensive. I know about the whole controversy with the debuting on HBO thing and in the movie theater thing, and how they fought that and stuff. But I really enjoyed the cast of Dune. And the movie, just when it was getting interesting, of course, it got cut off. And that's why I'm glad that they announced that they're going to do part 2, because what I've seen of it, I definitely enjoyed it. Timothy Chalamet, that's the name, Chalamet? I know he's French. I think it's French, right? Timothy Chalamet, I think. I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher his name, but I liked him in this, and I can't wait to see. I liked, what's her name? Ferguson. Rebecca Ferguson. She played his mother. She was good. What's his name? Who played his father? Oscar Isaac. Okay, James Brolin was in this. Jason Momoa. A really great cast in this. And again, like I said, it was getting interesting, and then it kind of, it cut off with part one. So at least we know there is going to be a part two. And the movie was visually stunning. Zendaya wasn't in it as much, so hopefully she's going to be in part two a lot more. And I enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait. A movie that made me want to see part two, so I can't wait for that. So that's on my list as well. The next movie is the last movie that I saw from last year, and that movie is a Netflix movie, Don't Look Up, with an all-star cast: Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Lawrence, what's her name? Jonah Hill, who played? I'm trying to remember all the people without getting a blank on it. Who played the president? I can't remember her name. Meryl Streep. Okay, that's right. She played the mom, the president, and it's just a great all-star cast. And I guess basically an end of the world movie. It was by Adam McKay, who I loved. I loved his movie The Big Short, and this was sort of in that vein, except this was, these two astronomers, Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence. They discovered this comet that was hurtling towards Earth, and they basically had 6 months before it would hit the Earth and basically end mankind with the destruction that it would cause. And of course, it's kind of a tale about media and hype and politics and climate change and everything else. And it was funny. Oh yeah, Kate Blanchett was in as well. Tyler Perry was in it. Just a really great cast, and I really loved it. It was a nice mix of comedy, drama, and seriousness. Okay, and the way it ended with the Earth actually dying, with the Earth actually getting hit with the meteor. I thought that was insane. And Mark Rylance, who's British, I believe, he plays a sort of a Tim Cook type character in this movie, and he was absolutely killing it. And Timothy Chalamet, he plays like this minor role of this skater kid that Jennifer Lawrence just meets on the street. But I love the dynamic between Jennifer Lawrence and Jonah Hill, because he was like the assistant to Meryl Streep's. He was her son. He was her like assistant. And he was just hilarious, and he was always busting on Jennifer Lawrence's character, who I absolutely loved too, because she didn't take any BS from anybody. Okay, I just loved it. And Leonardo DiCaprio I thought was great too. This guy that was this this professor who was just trying to warn the world and stuff, and and getting caught up in it. And it's just a really strong movie, and I really loved it. Adam McKay is one of my great I really like him as a filmmaker. I think he's really talented. And I know he wrote and directed it, so I'm definitely one of my best movies of the year. And of course, last but not least, is Spider-Man No Way Home. Okay, I loved it. We got the 3 Spider-Mans. We got the multiverse. We got Doctor Strange. Okay, we got Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire coming back. Okay, you got all the villains: Jamie Foxx, Electro, Sandman, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and William Dafoe was killing it. He actually killed it. That fight he had with Tom Holland's Tom Holland, right? Not Tom Holland. Yeah, Tom Holland. Yeah, Tom Holland's Peter Parker in that apartment building was absolutely insane. That fight was intense and crazy. Okay, and I loved that Andrew Garfield's character, he got to actually save Mary Jane in this movie. The look on his face when she fell off the structure, she fell off the Statue of Liberty and was going to fall, and he was the one to actually save her, to leap off the thing and catch her and save her. The look of relief on his face is just priceless. Andrew Garfield killed it. And now hopefully they will give them their own, give Andrew Garfield a 3rd movie, which I would love. And I heard that, you hear all kinds of rumors that, they're going to get, each one of them are going to get their own additional movie. I would love to see that if they do that. And I know there's going to be a new trilogy with Tom Holland, so I can't wait to see that as well. And the way it ended with him, everybody not knowing who Peter Parker is and stuff. He lost his Aunt May, which is great. He killed it at that scene when he lost his Aunt May, and that was just. And then he was gonna kill William Dafoe's Green Goblin. He was gonna kill him, and I like that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man jumped in there and stopped him from doing it. Okay, I thought again the movie had everything I want. A great Doctor Strange. I loved Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. Him his interaction with Peter was just great. I loved it, and I loved Zendaya as MJ. Her and Peter, they had good chemistry. So, again, one of my favorite movies of 2021. So that's my list of favorite movies for 2021, 10 of them. And let me know what you think. If you agree with my list, or if you don't, let me know what's on your list. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel, Pub Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. Also have a link down below to my patron, and I want to say a special thank you to my patron. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say thank you to him for supporting me and always having my back. And the link to my patron. In my patron, I have unedited TV show reactions on there. I have the Book of Boba Fett. I'm going to have Superman and Lois Season 2. I got parts of Season 1. I have Stargirl Season 1, Stargirl Season 2, The Mandalorian Season 2. I got WandaVision, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, and all 4 parts of Zack Snyder's Justice League. So follow the link to the Patreon. Only $5 a month. Tons of content on there. And again, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long, and take care.